Okay, hey everybody. I'm going to do something a little different here. This video is going to be really short. Unfortunately, it's not about metal detecting, but more about thrift shop detecting, if you will. I couldn't get out detecting today. So anyway, long story short, I'm at a thrift shop and I see a ring, this ring, sitting there, just in the little ring display. And it's set in the junk jewelry section. So I'm like, let me take a quick look at it. I didn't like, you see the staining on the inside there? I didn't like that at all. That tells me that most likely, because gold doesn't tarnish, nor does it really stain. So that tells me most likely it was fake. And on the back side, there was actually a lot more of it, but I cleaned it up with baking soda and water. So I want to show you something here. So what happened was, there was a couple reasons why the people at the thrift shop thought this was fake and put it on the junk jewelry side. The obvious one is the incredible staining on the inside, and there was a big chunk on the back side. I managed to clean it up. You can't even see where it was. But two, there's a small place where there was probably a stamp on here. Ooh, don't roll away. Where there was probably a stamp on here. But you couldn't, even with the magnifying jeweler's loupe, you couldn't really see it. And I'm not going to be able to, just because it's really white. So what ended up happening is, where there was a maker's mark, let's see. Okay, right there is where there would have been a stamp. But it's so worn, even with the jeweler's loupe, normally I couldn't see it. However, what I did seeing when I got home is, I'm going to try this. It's probably not going to work, especially because I can't hold this with one hand, and never mind, forget about it. I was going to try and use the jeweler's loupe, but it's top heavy, so it keeps rolling to making the mark underneath. Anyway, so I get home and I can basically see what's going on. It looks like the back side of a K, and at the very bottom a couple of little minor posts that faded off what looks like it could have been a 1-4. So, or at least, 1-4K. So 14K. However, I can't verify that 100%. So I checked with a magnet. It looks the right color. It's not magnetic. And I finally got home and I did an acid test. So we're going to do an acid test real quick. Right here, that's 10 karat acid. Okay, so if it dissolves, it's really not gold, or at least it's such a low quality gold, it's less than 10 karat. All right. That is not dissolving. Okay. Put a drop of 14 karat across it. That is also not dissolving. And 18 karat, boom, it's gone. Just like that. So, that's a 14 karat gold ring. Now, there's a couple reasons why I purchased it. At the beginning of the year, I found a gold ring. And that gold ring was a thin band. It had a black tarnish mark on it. And once again, gold doesn't tarnish, so I thought it was fake. So if you go back to probably January or so videos, there's a really thin gold ring. So what ended up happening is that is where the ring got sized or repaired from a break, and they used a really low quality solder that was mainly silver instead of gold, and that's why that ring tarnished. So when I saw this ring in the junk jewelry section, and I can clearly see in the back, or on the inside, where the stain is, I could clearly see the line where this ring was sized. So I start thinking to myself, okay, it's got the right weight, it has the right color, it's not magnetic. I can't see a stamp that says 14K, but I see at least some kind of remnant of a stamp. But there's a size cut through there. Why would you size or even repair a junk ring? You wouldn't. I mean, why would you? It costs $50 to size a ring. So I bought it in the $2.99 section. So I paid $3 plus tax for this because they thought it was fake. And I thought there's a chance it's not fake. The fact that it's stained doesn't necessarily mean it's not gold, because it's stained on where it was sized, where there's a cut in the gold and they soldered it back together with a really low quality. I cleaned up the stain on the back. It was all over the back too. So I will be able to clean up the front. Now let's see what I made. I spent $3. 14 karat gold is roughly $25 a gram. And I really need a better scale that shows, to the 10th of a gram. But this is 5, almost 6 grams, so it's probably between 5.5 and 6 grams. It's somewhere between $125 and $150 in gold melt value that I spent $3 on. So, just the fact that it wasn't stamped and the fact that it was stained is why they put it in the junk jewelry, but that's exactly why I picked it up. Because everything else looked right. And if you know that there is solder out there that's not good solder, eventually this will happen to a gold ring. You'll get a stain in there from the solder. So that's just another tip for you guys. I'm sorry it wasn't a metal detecting video. I didn't get to go out today, and I just had to show this to explain exactly why I thought it was gold, even though there were multiple things saying that it probably won't be. But I knew that it probably might be. So I took the gamble. It paid off rather well. The thrift shop people didn't know. And thanks to them, I'm up $100 and something just for my little observations. So on that note, I'll probably get another metal detecting video out in a week or so. I've been kind of busy. But I did figure I'd at least get a small little blurb out on this ring so you know what to look for. If you see a ring it looks gold, everything else looks right, but it's got some weird staining and there's a size mark where it's been cut, take a gamble on it, guys. It might just be gold. It might just be a really bad solder, mainly silver instead of gold, which silver tarnishes. So on that note, you guys have a great day. Back at it.